What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Gig Nation. My name is Jonathan, and today we're going to be looking at the new DoorDash pay model. That's right, I've been testing it for some time here in Seattle, seeing how it works out, seeing what type of orders I've been getting, because obviously there's been a ton of talk about this online. Everyone is pretty upset about these lower $2 and $3 offers, but here in Seattle, it's been pretty good. Average payout is definitely higher than what I had seen with the old DoorDash pay model, and I'm honestly not taking anything below $8 offers. I've set my bar minimum there, and anything below that, I just don't take. So let me specify a few things before we really dive into this. And first of all, an $8 minimum is kind of like the average order size here in Seattle. So if you're delivering, if you're dashing somewhere else, this might sound really high. You might think, hey, I'm not going to get many offers coming my way that are $8. And that's probably right. So you have to adjust this for where you're working and what your style is. And secondly, I'm not saying that this needs to be everyone's strategy. Obviously, you got to have your own strategy. A lot of people will set a per mile minimum. DoorDash makes it really easy to do so. They tell you upfront how many miles an offer is going to be and what the total payout's going to be. So it's really easy to just divide the two and then kind of, take that per mile, because then that factors in your expenses with wear and tear on your vehicle. It's a really good metric to use. Now, there absolutely are scenarios where I break this rule. Let's say I get an offer that's like $6 or $7 and it's super close, it's not far at all. I might take this. Or let's say I'm at the end of a dash and I want to head back towards my house. Then obviously taking a dash that's routing me in that direction is going to be the right move. And I might take a lower paying offer just to kind of get paid to head back to my house. So let me show you guys exactly what I've been looking at dashing here in Seattle, what kind of offers have been coming my way. And I brought my friend Dikembe Mutombo. He's going to help me reject some of these low paying offers because I've been seeing some crazy low paying offers. The first one that came in was from the Ram Brewery in Seattle. It was a $2 and something offer, 6.8 miles. Crazy. So obviously I rejected that, and I've been seeing quite a few other offers that range like $3, a couple other $2 offers, and some $4 and $5 offers. So obviously all of these are getting rejected, and that's really the mindset that you have to have. You can't be too optimistic about getting tipped afterwards, and some people will argue here. They'll say they've gotten good tips on low payout offers, but I like to just be certain. I like that certainty. I like to multi-app, have other apps going on, and not rely too much on DoorDash. If I was only relying on DoorDash for offers and I had nothing else going on, then I might be tempted to take some of those low payout offers. But by having Grubhub open and by having other stuff going on that I'm working on, just even outside of the gig economy, it allows me to be more picky and not worry too much about picking up those low offers. And I really like to ignore those because I know how the DoorDash customer app works. You're prompted to tip as soon as you place an order, and I personally think that not a lot of people are going to be tipping after an order. Yes, they are able to do so. You have the option if you want to, but I've ordered quite a bit, and there's no real prompt to tip once that order has arrived. If you want to go back in and add it, yeah, it's possible to do, but the real opportunity is before an offer. So you're seeing up front basically what you're going to get, unless the customer is really aggressive about changing their mind afterwards, or maybe they want to give you a cash tip. But in my experience, this really just hasn't been that common. So let's take a look at exactly how this has affected me. Now, as I mentioned, the average offer has been about $8, at least when I'm door dashing during the dinner hours. It's been pretty good here, but I still end up rejecting a ton of these, and that's because I do have other apps open, I do have other stuff going on, and quite frankly, Grubhub has been averaging higher than that. So I've been rejecting some pretty high paying offers. My acceptance rate recently has dropped to 5%. So yeah, that's my total acceptance rate of all offers, 5%, pretty dismal. But as an independent contractor, I can let that acceptance rate drop down to 5% and not have to worry about getting deactivated for that. Now, there are other reasons why I might get deactivated on the platform. If my ratings drop for other reasons, if I'm not delivering orders on time or I'm not completing orders, then yes, I absolutely could get deactivated, but I'm allowed to reject the offers that I don't want. So I've just let that drop really as far as I possibly can. So let's take a look at a few of the offers that I actually have accepted. Now, as you saw in the intro of this video, I did accept that $8 offer. It was 8 something, and it was a decent offer. That was one of the lower paying ones that I've been willing to accept. Now, I've also been getting some higher stuff in the realm of like $12, and I also had a $16 order. These are stuff that I will definitely accept if it comes my way, and it hasn't been all that common, I would say. I'm definitely getting a lot of stuff in that middle ground of like $8-9, but the stuff in the teens has been coming through every now and then, so it's definitely nice to get one of those here and there, because that's really a big boost to the earnings. So here's my overall perspective of the new DoorDash pay model. I actually think it pays higher. And yes, partially that's because I'm delivering in Seattle. You know, if I lived somewhere else, maybe my opinion would be different. This is obviously a little bit location dependent. And in Seattle, the payouts have been pretty good. On average, they've definitely been higher. So in the past, with the old DoorDash pay model, when peak pay was a big thing, when there were fewer drivers, then that minimum $6.50 would be boosted a lot of times, $3, $4, even $5 for orders. But Seattle started to get really saturated, and that started dropping. So the average pay was, you know, the $6.50 minimum plus maybe a $1 or $2 bonus on top of that, and that just wasn't really competitive with other platforms that are available to me here. With Grubhub, with Amazon Flex instant offers that I was taking, those are no longer available, but those were really high. Now this new pay model is actually competitive. I'm getting a lot more higher offers. I'm averaging about $9 per offer, and I'm seeing a lot more of that stuff that's in the teens, $12, $15, $16 offers, which just really didn't even exist in the past. I also wasn't able to multi-app with the old platform because the way that those peak pay bonuses worked is you had to maintain a delivery acceptance rate minimum, and that was like 80%. And that just wasn't really doable when you were multi-apping. You really just couldn't accept that many offers. And so now I don't have to maintain that. I'm getting a higher average, and I can really throw DoorDash in the mix. It's really competitive, and I'm really enjoying it a lot more. I think that this new pay model is a huge bonus. It's definitely something that's a plus to savvy DoorDash drivers. Now, there's some drivers out there that just like to be able to accept every single offer, have consistency, and not have to think too much about what they're doing, what they're taking. This new pay model is not for you. You have to put some thought into it. You have to be cherry picking. You have to be only taking the best offers. You have to be rejecting those low paying offers. You have to use a little bit of strategy. Nothing crazy here, really just common sense. You have to value your time and only take the good stuff that's coming your way. So let me know what you think of this new pay model, how it differs in your area, if you've been seeing higher payout on average. I've definitely heard from a lot of people on the channel, a lot of people commenting in that they're also seeing higher payouts, but there's also, you know, a good group of people that are pretty pissed off about the low paying offers, and you know, they are frustrating to see them come through, but you can easily reject them. I think people are going to learn and figure that out, that if they reject those, they'll start seeing the higher paying offers as well. But let me know what you think. You know, if you are getting high paying offers once you reject the low paying ones, or if your pay is just decreased because of the new pay model. I'd love to hear your perspective. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.